team was disengaged on defense tonight. How do you guys want to take that critique?
We got to be better. It doesn't really matter what the adjective is. We got to be better. We started off okay, I guess, but they didn't really feel us in the first quarter. And a team like Denver with threats all over the court, if you're not taking away some of the actions and getting good looks early, just builds their confidence, and we understand that, especially from three. And that's what kind of opened up the game early, and then we were chasing, the rest of the way, and couldn't put enough stops together, and turn the ball over too much to get back in it. So on the road against a good team, if we want to, beat a team like that, you got to start off the game with a little bit more energy and aggressiveness on defense.
Steve has talked about sticking with your current starting lineup because it kind of gives you guys the highest defensive ceiling. What do you think about that 5-man unit?
We've had some good days, some bad days, and 12 games in, we got to understand what we can do better, especially offensively, just getting a little bit more flow, and then living up to that expectation of what we're supposed to do defensively, and that just is consistent energy. And it's night to night, it's hard with a new group when you're playing really talented teams. You have to be locked in, and we understand that. So starting unit, just be real with ourselves on what we need to do better. Not getting our feelings about when we don't play well.
Steph, as far as the offense goes with that unit, guys have continued to come up and say the last couple of weeks that they need to be better for you. They need to learn your spacing and how you operate. What do you think you need to do better to help these guys feel more comfortable on the floor with you?
Just keep being aggressive and being smart with the basketball. There's a couple of times a night, like for instance, where you start to rush a little bit, and that aggressiveness turns into getting yourself in trouble, and a couple of untimely turnovers in that situation. But I think offensively tonight I got going, just creating my own shot, and then we didn't get to that next level where when I'm off the ball moving it, we have good flow, and things kind of got a little stagnant pretty quick in that first quarter. So me personally, I have to continue to be smart, continue to be aggressive, but also aware of how to get other guys involved. And again, it's not every time we lose and have a bad night, there's no panic. It's just understanding we're 12 games into a new lineup and a new look. And some nights it's going to look really, really, really great. Some nights it might look really bad. Just kind of comes with the territory.
Steph, you mentioned the turnovers tonight, 19 of them for the team, 7 for you in particular. How do you clean up some of those miscues? Steve mentioned some of the interior passing gave him some concern tonight. So how do you kind of clean some of that stuff up?
I think 3 of mine were just god-awful in terms of, that launch pass to Kelly. He wasn't even looking at me. I threw it. I tried to dribble through 7 guys and got it stolen, and then the offensive foul, and I pushed off. So like 3 of them right there are just ones that I can eliminate immediately. But as a team, I think we just have to really commit to making the easy pass, and that comes with flow of moving our bodies in the right timing so that the open pass actually shows itself. I think early, like I said, we got stagnant a little bit on offense, and that's where you start to try to do too much and drive in the crowds, and you don't have your right spacing, and there is no kind of clear look of who to throw it to. So that's where we get in trouble when we're not executing right.
Steve said he wanted to try out tonight, playing you with Brad for a couple of times. How did you think it worked out?
It's a great look just to get me off the ball with another ball handler, and obviously he's very savvy and can create and make the right pass. So I'm sure we'll get more looks at that for next couple of games. But anytime I can put pressure on defenses coming off screens and moving out the ball and you have, capable ball handlers out there, it helps.
Stephen, you had 11 rebounds tonight, but rebounding has been a little bit of an issue for you guys most of the season. I think 9 of 12 games you've been out rebounded. Is that something? What's the source of that, and is there an easy solution to that?
I didn't know that stat. I mean,
It was -7 tonight, so
yeah, it's a combination of just being physical, especially when we're outsized, because that's going to happen a lot because we have, certain lineups that we can throw out there that with EP at the 5 or even Loon at the 5 with bigger guys, you have to gain rebound. Just being in the right place, the right time, but also being physical. We've had a couple games where guys are cutting in from the weak side and we don't get bodies on them and they get the long rebounds. And then second chance points kind of kill us. But other than that, it's just continue to make it a priority. You play good defense for 20 seconds on the shot clock and you give up an offensive rebound, it's kind of deflating. And you do have to take care of that.
you've generally been a pretty good rebounder. What's your mentality to do that?
Mine is effort. I mean, I'm not going to jump over anybody. So games that I do get rebounds, it's just seeing the ball, making multiple efforts, trying to get to the right spot, blocking out my guy if they're crashing from the outside. And, especially when I'm guarding off the ball, I have to do that a lot more.
What will the next few days do for you guys? You've got a day off, then 2 consecutive practices before you face the Lakers.
Just hopefully rejuvenate ourselves physically and mentally. We know it's going to be a tough challenge in LA, the way that they're playing, but we've had even though we've been at home, we've had a pretty consistent run of games, and we've played well, we've played bad or poorly, and everywhere in between. So just to kind of just have a little self-check, have 2 days to work on stuff specifically, get our bodies, fresh for a big game Monday, and then, keep it moving. So hopefully we can watch some good film on all the things that, we need to work on, and then have time to go out on the court and get some reps in.
Do you like where you're at through 12 games?
I mean, we always can be picky and look at a game like Indiana or, maybe even one of the games we got blown out, make it a little bit more competitive. But 6-6 with us learning on the fly, and Draymond missing the first 2. It's a solid place to be. We know we can play a lot better, and hopefully our record will indicate that once we start to click and learn the lessons that we need to learn. So it's kind of a jumbled standings, I think, from you can win 2 in a row and be, right at the top. So, I guess I do like where we are.
All right, Aaron, we got to catch the bus.